Thank you, Harun Bhai and Bilal Bhai for your warm welcome. I'm so grateful to be speaking to you from the shared traditional territories of the Semiahmoo, Katsi, Kwi-Ketlem, Kwantlen, Kikite, and Swasan First Nations. And I'm honored to be joining you today to this event to mark the National Day of Remembrance of the Quebec Mosque attack and action against Islamophobia. I'm also joined today by a number of my colleagues. George Heyman is here, Nikki Sharma, Bowen Ma, Rona Ray Leonard, Nick Simons, Henry Yao, Harry Vance, Minister Harry Vance, Jagru Brar, Ginny Sims. I hope I haven't missed anybody, but these were the ones I could see on the screen. 4 years ago in Quebec City, 6 people were murdered and many more injured in a place of safety and worship. The lives of their families, friends, and communities changed forever. Our country was changed too. A holy place was violated. This was an attack that not only devastated this country, but shook communities across the world. I remember how I felt on hearing that news. The shock of knowing that a man walked into a sacred space and opened fire on other people just because of their beliefs and their color of skin. I still feel the hurt today, and my heart is with all those who lost a loved one that day, and everyone else who's still impacted by the violent action of hateful individuals who commit Islamophobia acts. Please know that you are not alone. We stand alongside with you in your grief. Diversity and equality are part of who we are as British Columbians and as Canadians. These are values that so many of us hold close in our daily lives. Yet 4 years ago, the act of terrorism showed us what happens when we lose sight of these things and let hatred and violence guide us. As we come together in mourning on the day, we must reaffirm our commitment to stand against racism, violence, and discrimination. It is this commitment that is driving my work as BC's Parliamentary Secretary for Anti-Racism Initiatives. In this role, I will lead the work on introducing BC's first anti-racism legislation and a better approach to data collection to ensure that we are supporting all British Columbians in a way that is fair and equitable, regardless of our race, faith, or skin color. While these are decisions made by our government, it's important to recognize the years of advocacy and grassroots organizing that has led us to this point. Education is a powerful tool in the fight for equity and equality. By learning to identify the language of racism and oppression, we can better respond to discrimination in our communities. But this isn't only about language. It is also about using education as a way to understand all the complexities of our histories and to break down barriers that exist today. That's why we will be launching an anti-racism awareness campaign as part of a recent 1.3 million investment to make BC safer and more inclusive for everyone. And we have expanded the Resilience BC Anti-Racism Network and increased support for community projects focused on addressing racism and hate across the province. We cannot do this alone. I am grateful to all the advocates, stakeholders, and organizations who stood alongside us in this fight against racism and hate. It is their dedication and hard work that has led us to this point. As we grow as a society, we get to know each other and understand the culture, beliefs, and ancestry of people in our communities. At a time when Islamophobia, hate, and bigotry are ever present here at home and around the world, it takes all our voices to challenge racist acts, condemn hate speech, and stand up for a more equitable society. Now is the time to come together to build a stronger province and stronger communities. And I also want to acknowledge the words that Sister Hiba just shared with us. The pain that you felt, sister, I just don't even have the words to explain that. But I want to tell you that you are not alone in this. We are standing with you and we will fight racism, not just today, but every day. Thank you.